Guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Agatha and I'm back with another amazing video. For my new subscribers, welcome to my space, and my returning subscribers, thank you so much for the continued support. I never take this for granted. I'm so excited for today's topic because we're going to be talking about proven ways of regaining confidence. And I know there's so many reasons to why one would lose their confidence, but I'm not going to touch on that. We are going to look at ways in which you can regain your confidence. It doesn't matter how you lost it or whether you didn't have it at all, but we are going to look at ways in which we can regain that. I'm so excited for today's topic, and if you are, you better stick around because we are going to look at that just in a few. Before we go any further, let's look at what is confidence in the first place. This is the belief that you can do it. You believe in your abilities, and you have that conviction that you can do this. And it's not in an arrogant way. It's in a way that you believe that you can achieve some particular thing. Let's say, for instance, talking in front of a camera or just doing a presentation or something like that. You have that conviction or that confidence that you know what, I can do this. That is confidence now. And before we go any further, let me tell you guys, I was not as I am now. I do believe that I have grown to be a more confident person than I was kitambo. And people that have learned, we've studied in the same school, they will know this for sure. I used not to be a confident person. I was very shy. I didn't like it when someone or a teacher tells me get up and answer this question or do this presentation or even read out aloud, read aloud. I didn't like it at all. And the concoction of being shy and being introverted was something else. Now, I'm not saying that I'm up there so far, but I can say at this point I'm good. I'm heading there. I'm making steps. So yeah, being confident, it starts with just believing in yourself and knowing that, what, I'm enough, I can do this. Believing in your abilities and knowing that, or having that conviction that, what, I got this. No matter how bad it looks like, you got it, Having that self-assurance that, what, I can do this no matter what. That is where confidence starts. If you don't believe in yourself, then no one else should, and no one else will believe in you. So yeah, and there are times, of course, I'm not confident all the time. There are times I fumble like crazy, but yeah, many of the times I'm confident, but at times I'm not. It's normal for everybody. I know there's so many reasons as to why someone would not be confident. For instance, let's say when I was back in school, I used to be told, read out loud or get up, tell us this question or present this to the other students and everything. And when you're doing that, students used to laugh because of my accent. Guys, you can't believe I used to have an accent. I used to have an accent, and people that have studied with me, come on, you know this for sure. You know this, guys. I used to have an accent and I didn't love it at all. I was very shy about it because when you have an accent, first and foremost, you don't know how to pronounce things very well. Like, you're just shy, introverted. That concoction was bad, like bad. But after reading and students are laughing at you, you feel bad. You feel traumatized. You feel your self-esteem goes down because now you're thinking, how are other people looking at me? What do they think of me? And everything else. That is one of the reasons why someone would lack confidence, for example. But I know there's so many other reasons why one would not have confidence. I know for sure. That is just one of them. But it doesn't matter what exactly made you lose confidence or what makes you feel like you're not confident enough to stand up and say, talk your mind or believing in yourself and do other things that you've always wanted to do. It doesn't matter what. We are going to look at ways in which you can regain that confidence. Number one, I would say, don't compare yourself with anybody. I have come to realize that comparison is a killer. When you compare yourself with so and so, you're thinking, oh, she's better for sure. She has done this, she has done that. She talks fluently. She pronounced things very well. I'm not anywhere close to her or him. Don't compare yourself with anybody. This is a journey, and you have to know that you are going this journey all by yourself. It's a journey, and everybody has got their own journey. So don't compare yourself with so and so. Just, it's a step at a time. Work on yourself and you'll get there eventually. If I'm here and I'm talking in front of a camera, these are miracles. Honestly, I was so shy. I used to be so shy to a point where I don't even want anyone to look at me. Like when I'm presenting something or when I'm reading, I used to be very shy. So it's a journey. You get to a point where you become confident eventually. When you practice, you keep on practicing. Sometimes you can just stand in front of your friends and tell them something, or discuss something. Let's say you bring up a topic and then you wake up and discuss or give your opinions or your views about that. And you don't have to feel that like you're not enough, because of course you are. Honestly, you are enough. You might not know everything, but at least you have the confidence of standing up and saying what you know. That's something, by the end of the day. So yeah, that's one. Number two, I would say invest in yourself. In what way? If you're not a reader, if you don't like reading, because I know reading is not for everybody, please listen. And I would say there's so many areas where you can get listening stuff. You can listen to a podcast, you can go to Audible, you can go to Blinkist, there are so many sources. And in this era of social media, for sure, you can get so many sources for you to practice or just listen to people talk. And don't imitate what they're saying, but get a concept on how they are putting things. I remember I was so eager to learn on how to do public speaking, on how to just be articulate, and I used to listen to so many podcasts for sure. And I got to a point where I was like, oh, this is how the people say things, this is how people put things. I used to be so excited when I know exactly how to put a particular thing in a better way. So yeah, if you're really willing and you want to get better and become more confident, please invest in yourself. Make sure you learn something every single day. And I would say in connection to that, have a beginner's mindset. Beginner's mindset, Nile, you don't have to behave as if you know. You have to behave as if you don't know anything, so that you can learn. Because if you go there with the mindset that you know, how will you then learn? You have to be that person who doesn't know, so that you can learn. Having that beginner's mindset comes in handy, especially when you want to be confident and when you want to learn something new to add on to what you already know. But don't go there with the mentality that, you know what, I know this. No, you don't. No, you don't. But it's not in a bad way. I've been there so many times. I've not been the most confident person, but most of the times I am, for sure. Most of the times I am. But I've been a fumble so many times, and I'm not an exception. Another way of regaining confidence, I would say, is organize your time. Just know, in the next 30 minutes, I'm going to be doing this. I'm going perhaps to the gym, or I'm going to cook, maybe, or I'm going to take shower. Just make sure you know what to do at what time, because then when you're organized, you become, or you feel much more confident. It just makes you feel better about yourself. And an organized someone who is very organized, they would feel more confident, and that is for sure. That's a sure bet. Try it and you're going to tell me. Guys, I would also say that smell nice. Please smell nice. Now take shower, take care of yourselves, guys. There's something that people do not realize. When ladies put on makeup and everything, there are people that love makeup, there are people that don't, and that's totally fine, that's okay. But when you take care of yourself, you feel better about yourself, you feel fresh, and you feel better about yourself, and that then makes you feel confident. You can smell nice, dress nicely how you want to be addressed, of course. That makes you feel confident. Take care of yourselves. Love yourself and take care of yourselves, because then that will boost your confidence. That is one way of regaining confidence. If you feel you're low and you feel down just today, your self-esteem is very low, just go ahead, take shower, do some makeup. If you're a lady, if you're not a lady, just do something to take care of yourself, do some skincare routine or something like that. Trust me, by the end of it all, you'll feel better. This is something that I've tried, and I know it works 100%. It does work. So another thing I would say, stop comparing yourself with anyone. Please don't compare yourself. Don't compare yourself with anybody, because you're not another person. You are you, and you're going. This life that you're doing, it's a journey, and you're doing it on your own. Like you're going in your own pace. You can't be so and so, and them, they cannot be you. So you are doing it at your own pace. So don't compare yourself with anybody at all. Don't compare yourself. Another thing I would say is challenge yourself. Challenge yourself to do things that you think you thought that you could not do. I love taking risks. Let me tell you guys, I love taking risks. I take a lot of risks. There are risks that I take and they scare me. They scare me. I'm like, girl, like, umefanya hivi, because they're too scary for me. But I love taking risks. I don't love being comfortable, because comfort, then it brings that boredom, laziness. You're never going to make progress and become better. I don't love being comfortable. I love it when I'm progressing, or there's something that I'm working on and it's giving me stress, because then fuels me and makes me think, diversify my thinking and get better, just challenging myself. It makes me active and just thinking out of the box. Another way of regaining confidence is invest in your mental strength. Invest in your mental strength. Be cautious of the kind of information that you consume, because what you listen to, what you read, the kind of people that you interact with builds you, and makes you are. That's why you always hear, show me your friends, let me tell you who you are. And that is so true, because the kind of people that you hang around with, they influence you in a way. Whether you like it or not, they do influence you in a way. So be cautious of the kind of people that you hang around with. And I would say, if you're not a person who keeps friends and everything, please just make sure that you invest on listening to podcasts, listen to audibles, listen to people that ooze wisdom, people that are better than you in a way. Make sure you listen to them. If you're not a reader, that's okay. You can listen to people give knowledge, it's okay. Learn. Make sure you learn something new, and you will end up getting there. There's so many courses on YouTube on public speaking, on confidence, building confidence, and there's so many sources on where you can get this information. Make sure, guys, you have the learning spirit. That is very crucial and very important. I remember in my last video talking about how to be graceful, being graceful even in chaotic situations. And for the same reason, I said that do not react to situations. And I say this all the time, that if you listen to my videos, for sure, you've heard me say that don't react to situations. Sometimes you might lack confidence, especially when you are reacting to things. Let's say you are angry, or something has happened and you're finding, best way to solve it and everything. Your emotions are everywhere. You might lack confidence in that particular scenario. To be honest, it's okay. Just calm down, find a way around it, figure out how you're going to go about it, and trust me, you'll always find a solution. A calm mind will always give you a better way of solving things. I know this for sure, because I've been there so many times that I can count, and I know that when you're calm, you can get a solution very fast. So act gracefully, guys. Be graceful. Be graceful. I know it doesn't come in handy most of the times. Sometimes you can react, sometimes it doesn't work, but most of the times be graceful. And on the same note, I would also say that be grateful. Be grateful that first and foremost you've been able to get where you're at. Just understanding that you have made some progress in your life, that is something. It's okay not to be where you want to be, but recognizing the fact that you've made some progress so far, it is something. That is where it begins. And being true to yourself and understanding, what, I'm not where I want to be, but I'll get where I want to be if I put in some more effort and you keep going and working towards getting there. You'll get there eventually. I'm telling you this because I know. With progress, with, putting in some effort, you'll get there eventually. I'm telling you, you'll get there eventually. Kama ni mimi hapa naongelesha in front of a camera, I was so camera shy. Not even camera shy. Even talking to someone like this, ilikuwa kazi, it was a lot of work for me, and I didn't like it at all. But here we are. I'm here talking to you guys. It is something like if you work on yourself, and I'm not saying that I'm perfect. No, I'm not. I'm still working on myself, and I'm sure. Last but not least, make eye contact. Especially when you're talking to someone, make that eye contact. And I know this sounds more like a cliche because you've heard many people talk about, make eye contact and everything else. But trust me, when you're making eye contact, you can always know the other person's facial expressions. You can read through their eyes. You can see whether they mean what they say or not. So making eye contact, but then this comes with time. Another way of regaining confidence, I would say, write down your achievements, and more especially when you've just lost a deal or you're feeling so low and your self-esteem is very low, or when your ego is bruised. I would say, when you write down your achievements, sometimes it makes you feel like, oh, okay, well, I've achieved something so far. Then that makes you feel a little bit better about yourself, because when you're low, you're feeling like it's like you're doing, it feels like you're not doing enough, It feels like you haven't achieved something so far. And when you write down that which you have achieved, then it makes you feel, okay, actually, I've achieved something. And now being more grateful that, what, I have achieved something, and I'm grateful that I've been able to work and get here or make these moves or this progress, then that gives you confidence that, what, if I've made it this far, then I can also conquer this thing, and that's a proven way of regaining confidence, especially when you're low, when you're feeling down. And another thing I'd say is that work on your mental strength. Make sure you are very cautious of what you consume. Make sure you're very cautious of the kind of content or the kind of information or the kind of people, what you consume. What you consume makes you. The kind of people that you hang around with, the books that you read, who you listen to, we grasp information or we acquire information through other people. We learn from others. And so make sure you're very cautious on what you consume mentally. So make sure you're very cautious on the same. And I'd also say that meditate, take time to just yourself and listen, make sure you meditate and you get direction of where you're at, what you're doing with your life, where the progress that you've been able to make. I think it's very, very essential, to be honest. And last but not least, I would say self-acceptance. Accept that, what, I'm here at this point in time in life and I can make progress if I want to, because I am so and so, just self-affirmation. Affirm yourself, and what, I got this. I can make this. I can make a difference because I know that I can do it. Affirming yourself and knowing that you can do it, it makes you feel more confident and believe in yourself, believe in your abilities. So I hope you've learned something from the video, and if you have, make sure you tell me in the comment section what was your takeaway from the video. And guys, let's have the interaction and the communication going on in the comment section. See you in the next one, and until then, take care. Bye.